pouring in the middle of New York City. On top of the iconic Baxter Building, home of the Fantastic Four, Marvel's first family rushed toward the Fantasticar to answer a distress call.
Talk about revolt in developments.
Quick, everyone, to the Fantasticar.
Could what it says on the radio be true, Reed?
Perhaps. It's almost too apocalyptic to believe.
Apocalyptic is right. Because today, Earth 616 is not just faced with your usual Latverian despot or subterranean overlord. On this fateful day, a creature of awesome magnitude threatens New York. He's known as the King of the Monsters, and his name, Godzilla. Reed recalls that the rest of his family attempted to aid the fine city of Tokyo when the destructive kaiju laid waste to it. But by the time they got there, Godzilla was already gone. Tokyo, on the other hand, had been turned into a smoldering pile of rubble after the atomic beast's rampage. Still, there was a silver lining from that unfortunate event, as a brilliant scientist named Dr. Daisuke Serizawa was able to defeat Godzilla at the cost of his own life. All this time, everyone thought that the gigantic monster had bitten the dust. But the Fantastic Four are about to witness the contrary.
Only it seems that defeat might not have been as permanent as we thought.
You ain't lying, Johnny, because the creature is back, clear as day. But Godzilla's got a Fantastic Four problem now.
Flame on!
The Fantastic Four arrived just in time to see the bipedal giant destroy the Statue of Liberty with one of its trademark atomic blasts. So they waste no time springing into action and stopping the monster from sowing more chaos throughout New York. Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman, creates light constructs to strike down Godzilla. On the other hand, her little brother, Johnny Storm, barrages the beast with his flame powers as the Human Torch. As for Ben Grimm, the Thing, the craggy-skinned bruiser has just dropped down right on Godzilla's head to pepper it with a salvo of hammer fists. Reed Richards, also known as Mr. Fantastic, unleashes a devastating 12-6 overhead punch on the kaiju's head, causing Godzilla's face to collide with Lady Liberty's pedestal. But as they'd soon find out, a round of celebratory drinks is not yet on the table.
How do you like that? It looks like a monster, but it's actually a milksop.
But if that's true, how'd it manage to take out Tokyo? It's almost like it's not done with us yet.
The Human Torch is correct, because Godzilla isn't out of the fight. Instead, it takes this moment to charge up nuclear energy throughout its body before unleashing another one of its deadly blasts right at the Fantastic Four. Thankfully, Sue comes up clutch and manages to use her force field to shield her entire team from the otherwise fatal attack.
Holy Hannah! Sue, if
If I hadn't shielded us, taking all my strength and then some, we would all be dead.
Would be. I don't know about you, sis, but I feel I barely survived thing as it is.
We're all lucky to be alive. Normally, I'd recommend we go recover and undergo treatment for our radiation exposure, but I'm afraid that will have to wait. We're out of time, and Godzilla has reached New York.
The lumbering beast treads deeper into the city, taking down any building in its path. In answer, the Fantastic Four hops on the Fantasticar yet again to try and cut off the kaiju. Reed comes up with a plan to siphon off New York's entire power grid and turn the Baxter Building into an electrical trap aimed at Godzilla. And shortly after, they make the necessary preparations to do just that. Godzilla spots the crackling skyscraper at the heart of the city, and just like a golden retriever who's seen a freshly cooked T-bone steak, drives his face right into it. The resulting power surge is just enough to knock out the kaiju, forcing it to crash into the ground. This might seem enough for Marvel's first family to call it a day. That is until they spot the skies literally burning on the horizon. The Fantastic Four know this only means one thing.
Yeah, but Galactus ain't got a herald no more. The Silver Surfer's trapped here on Earth, after defying him.
True, but if this indicates Galactus is returning...
And he's acquired a new herald, then may God have mercy on us all.
Their worst fears are confirmed when all of a sudden, a three-headed monster even more intimidating than Godzilla emerges from the skies. It's none other than the destroyer of worlds itself, King Ghidorah.
It took all we have just to stop Godzilla.
And he only had the one head. I hate to say it, gang, but I'm running on fumes here.
Same. It ain't like the FF to turn from a fight.
But we can't beat that monster.
As if on cue, Norrin Radd, the former herald of Galactus, otherwise known as the Silver Surfer, arrives at the Fantastic Four's side. But he did not come here with good news. He claims that Galactus, having lost his job, has found a new herald. And this new herald happens to be the same three-headed kaiju in front of them.
This creature now has but one mission: to destroy we who defend this world, so that Galactus can then consume our planet unopposed.
The Silver Surfer knows that even their combined might would not be enough to take down the winged beast. So, he comes up with a gambit.
No, you misunderstand. We are not the right people for this fight. We cannot take down King Ghidorah.
And with that, the Silver Surfer transfers all of the power cosmic coursing through his body into the King of Monsters, giving Godzilla a second wind and a much-needed power boost to face off against Ghidorah.
Cosmic Godzilla!
Godzilla spots the three-headed beast and wastes no time blasting it with its atomic breath. Unfortunately, it's not enough, as Ghidorah counters with a bombardment of energy beams from each of its fearsome heads. Knowing that the battle is not in Earth's favor, Marvel's first family decides to provide Godzilla with some much-needed backup.
Come on, it's clobbering time.
Flame on!
Fortunately, Godzilla now registers the Fantastic Four as friendlies, as it and the Human Torch barrage Ghidorah with their respective powers. Meanwhile, Reed and Ben go for their version of the X-Men's patented fastball special. The Thing turns himself into a powerful projectile with Mr. Fantastic's help. The Thing smacks one of Ghidorah's heads straight in the jaw. It's a perfect move that gives Godzilla enough of an opening to shoot for a takedown. Still, the Fantastic Four knows this battle could turn at any moment. So Sue comes up with a brilliant plan of her own, to use her light-bending powers on Ben and distract King Ghidorah.
Well, you just make sure to get my good side, Susie Q. And you got yourself a deal. Hey, King Ghidorah, why don't you pick on someone your own size, huh?
As it turns out, this is the right play, as Ben successfully grabs Ghidorah's attention long enough for Godzilla to charge up all the nuclear energy and power cosmic now coursing through its veins. The King of Monsters then makes sure that it doesn't miss, as Godzilla shoots for another takedown while blasting the three-headed world destroyer with his energy beam at point-blank range. Ultimately, King Ghidorah is forced to retreat to the farthest reaches of space. Curiously enough, Godzilla willingly gave back the power cosmic to the Silver Surfer after this fateful bout before returning to the bottom of the ocean. Not long after, Reed analyzes the events that had just happened to New York inside his lab. To anyone else, the kaiju's retreat would be cause for celebration. But Reed knows something is afoot here.
I can, however, draw conclusions from known data. We know Galactus is still out there somewhere, and we know he has designs on devouring this world. His herald failed, so we must presume we've at least bought ourselves some time before he returns again. But as we've learned, it may take a monster to stop a monster. A Godzilla versus Galactus battle now seems inevitable. And if it is, can any of us hope to survive it?
That's all for now. We hope you enjoyed watching this video and can't wait to read your thoughts about it in the comments section below. Please don't forget to hit that like button, share, subscribe to our channel, and ring that notification bell for more. Feel free to check out the next video as well. We'll see you soon. Take care.